Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops. Thank you guys for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. I got a few new subscribers yesterday. Let's keep it up. I know if you've already subscribed, you can't subscribe again, but you can tick that bell for notifications so that you get that update immediately, because as we all know, the crypto market moves fast. So, if you watch the video 6 hours later, it could be completely invalidated. So you definitely want to watch as soon as possible. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the market. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Trade at your own risk. Volume still pretty low for a weekday, a little bit lower than yesterday. 700 million. You got a slight 1%, 1.24% on the USD value. Bitcoin SV back up 4%. This guy's a little more volatile than the rest of the coins, but it had a major pump and correction, and it's trying to get back up there. Anyways, I don't touch it, but if you like it, there you go, 4% for you. And then you have minor losses, minor gains, mostly sideways right now. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at a 40. We finally have some movement. So it's not totally scary. People aren't jumping off the bridge yet, but we are at a 40, and people are not so confident at the moment. Plenty of room to go. So, they do say when those are fearful, it's time to be greedy, and when those are greedy, time to be fearful. But I wouldn't draw too many conclusions on this quite yet. What do we have here? 108 days to the halving. Let's get to the charts. We're going to try and move a little quicker today. I'm already on the 4-hour. We can see on the 4-hour Fibonacci retracement from this low, swing low to this swing high. We did bounce off the 0.382. This 82.80, we came all the way down to 82. Let's see, this is 82.12 on the Bitstamp chart. We were looking for 8200, and we almost got there, but a lot of people were expecting that level, so you had some front running, some people that were looking to buy sooner. And we did get a little bounce here, but that was pretty much expected. Everyone knew that there were a lot of buy orders down at 8,200, a little bit lower than that. So, I'm not surprised to see a bounce. But the question today is, how high will this bounce go? Okay, so right now, as it stands, could this be a bit of a bull flag? Possibly. Or could this be just another lower high on a downward trend? A short-term downward trend. This doesn't have to be, lower high and then we're going down to 5K, guys. But as it stands right now on the short-term trend, this is a lower high until we can break back above here. And also, I would say, let's take the Fibonacci off. We can draw this horizontal real quick. I shared this on Twitter. We'll just draw this over here. Basically, you can see we hit resistance here. Once we got above it, we came back, tested it, bounced off. Then we used it as support. Once it broke, we had our fall. We did get picked back up around 8,200 as expected. And now we're using this horizontal as resistance. So you had resistance, flipped support. Then now it's acting as resistance again. So this is your breakout retest, all right? So if we get a rejection here, that wouldn't be of any surprise to come back and retest this horizontal and have another lower high, and then we'll see how much further we go back down. Or if we can break above, that will be good news for the bulls, and it could possibly lead to another attempt up at 9,000. All right. Let's take a look at our EMA MAs. So you could use that horizontal drawing tool, or you can also see on the 4-hour 21 EMA, we are meeting resistance here. It's coming in at 85.02 on the Bitstamp chart. You also have your 50 EMA at 85.42. I would like to see us get above these levels, have a 4-hour close and consolidate above here and make attempt above this high. That would be nice. The 10 simple though is looking to cross, hasn't quite crossed. The 10 simple is looking to cross the 100 EMA. Could be a bearish sign if it does. All right, moving on. Ichimoku clouds, we are in the cloud. We had a bearish Kumo cross, the blue conversion line, down beneath the pink baseline, and it's coming in at 85.02 as well, lining up with the 21 EMA. So you're going to want to break that level, or we could continue down to the bottom of the cloud, coming in at 8,020. I have my SARs up. The parabolic stop and reverse indicator, you can see it's acting as resistance now, coming in at 85.03. So if we can break this, you'll see a bullish break, and you'll have a new SAR print probably somewhere around here. And we'd also break those previous levels I just spoke about. Okay, we'll just use the SAR instead of the Bollinger Bands today. All right, let's look at our stochastic. The stochastic did get a cross up once we came down to 8,200, and we had our bounce. We did have a little cross up. We'll have to see, though, if we do get a rejection, this could curl back down this way. We haven't had a higher high on the RSI yet. Okay, let's keep it moving. We're going to move fast today. So the 12-hour is getting low. It hasn't quite crossed yet, hinting at a cross, but it doesn't have to. It could swoop down here if price continues lower, or if we do break these levels, break 8,500, consolidate, move higher, you will see a cross, and that would be good for the bulls to see. Okay, you did have bearish divergence on the 12-hour, I spoke about many times, so that was a sign that this could have been the top for you guys. Moving on. EMA, MA, same level as a 4-hour 21 EMA. You have your 12-hour 21 EMA coming in at 85.13 and acting as resistance currently. So we'll have to see if we can break above this. So that will be important to break both on the 4-hour and the 12-hour, okay? And you have your 10 simple coming down as well. This is going to create downward pressure unless we are able to break above. You did come down to test the orange 50 EMA at 82.21. It came down, tested it perfect, the dark green 377. So if we do get a rejection here, I'm thinking maybe this weekend we might range in between the yellow 21 and the 50 EMA. This will kind of come up here, the 21 will come down a little bit, and it'll get squeezed, kind of like how it got squeezed here, and that was our range. We might have the same thing happen in this area here. SARs, you got your resistance all the way up at 88.40. Let's take that off. Ichimoku clouds, we're right in between. Your resistance here is 8,700, and your support is down at 8,020. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, we did bounce off the bottom support of this blue conversion line. You do have the conversion above the pink, so that was a bullish cross on the daily. But if we do break beneath this, it's coming the support's at 82.49. Your next level of support based on the daily Ichimoku cloud would be 7,800. Our moving averages. So moving averages, we basically did come down and test the 200 EMA. So that was, we want to see this hold. We knew that it was going to be a line of support because you had all this trading here. We saw that we basically had an ascending triangle here. You can see horizontal in this rising trend line. We were able to bust above it. It was resistance. Now we're testing it as support. Currently, it is holding a support. Nice little wick coming back above the yellow 21 EMA. And we'll get our daily close in about 2 hours. So we'll see if we close above the 21 EMA. At this point in time, I do think we will. But your 10 SMA will also be coming down and could get a little bit of a squeeze there. All right. Bollinger Bands. We did have not Bollinger Bands, SAR. We did break the SAR, and now we have a bearish dots printing coming down. All right. So based on this, we did break it, and we can see what happened here. So is this something that looks like this? It's definitely a possibility, but it's not everything, guys. All right. We could easily just break above, and then we'll break one of these guys here. Our stochastics are coming down, and they're still coming down. We do have this trend line on our RSI, low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and looking to see if we can continue up higher. However, if you see this trend break and start coming down in this area, that could be another bad sign for the bulls, good sign for the bears. You can make money both ways. It is possible. So no point in being, I don't know, team bull or team bear. I'm not either. I play both sides when it comes to crypto. All right. What else do we have? The weekly. Let's go to the weekly. On the weekly, let's see if we have anything interesting. Our SARs did break bullish, a couple weeks back, 2 weeks back. And your support, though, is all the way down here. So, like I said, when this did break bullish, I said, are we looking at something like this? Or are we looking at something like here, where it's just a temporary break and then we come back down and this will be a support. And then if we break the support, it could get a little nasty. So you definitely don't want, if this comes down slowly, these will kind of rise. And as a bull, I would not want to see this break bearish again. Just saying, because it might be something like that. I don't know. We will see. Time will tell. Ichimoku. So we're in the cloud. Nope, we're under the cloud. So this weekly candle will close in 2 days. So we'll have to see if we close above this line, if we close in the cloud or beneath the cloud. If we close beneath the cloud at this level, you do have a bearish cross. Conversion line has just come beneath our baseline. So maybe that's a hint at the bigger picture. Our EMA, everybody knows we've been talking about this for a long time, but we have to bring it up. We're above the 21 EMA. 21 EMA does have a positive slope, just slightly, and we did bounce off of it currently. So by Sunday, we'll get our weekly close. If we can close above 82.42 on the Bitstamp chart, that'll be looking nice, okay? If we close beneath it, it could be something like this, where we got just above, but then failed to hold it. Actually, let's see. This one actually, closed above, and then it retested it, and it stayed above it, but then the following candle was the one that I think closed beneath, okay? Again, you can see that this happened here and here as well. So we want to see us hold it, but I would also like to see some green candles come in, if not by the end of this week. If we say we do close around this region above it, I'd like to see a nice green candle on the next weekly. Our Stokes still riding up, so that's good to see. And that's about it as far as that. Let's take a look at the Heiken Ashies real quick. Heiken Ashies. Whoop. Let me close this out. Still bullish on the weekly. The monthly, we're coming close to the end of the month, about a week left. We do have wicks on both sides, so a possible reversal here. However, if we start trending further down by the end of this monthly candle in a week, maybe this fills out more bearish. So we'll have to see what happens, I would say, by the end of this month. That would be fair, right? Let's go down to the 3-day. 3-day, we do have your first bearish print, Heiken Ashi printing. So maybe this is this guy right here, or maybe this guy right here. We'll have to see. 2-day, you got two of them. So the trend is starting to build bearish. 1 day, you got a few of them. All right, so the trend on the daily Heiken Ashi still is bearish. We're going to need to see us break 8,500 and get a little higher for this to reverse. On the 12-hour, we do have a reversal on the 12-hour, but it could be something like this, okay? On the 4-hour, 4-hour is bullish, as we did have the bounce, but if we get rejected, this will come back this way. All right, so that's that. CME will close pretty soon. I think it closes in like 1 minute, possibly. So let's go ahead and take a look at the CME real quick. Let's see if there's anything interesting. We're closing around 85.20. So if we do pump over the weekend, say we get up in this region over the weekend, you're probably going to retest back to this trend line. So we have this horizontal. We can put in, let's put in a little horizontal here, even though the price is actually drawing itself. So you had your resistance, much like the spot, support, and now resistance again. Let's say over the weekend we pop above. I would say when the CME is open, very good chance that we retest it as support again and close the gap. So you'd have a pop and then a retest as support to close the gap and then maybe take off again. If we dump over the weekend, we could possibly see this retest and again to retest the, I'm getting tongue tied, but retest the resistance and close the gap. Or maybe we just close the gap another day, another week, another month. It doesn't have to happen, okay? Just keep that in mind. So let's look at the daily real quick on the CME. Closing today's candle. CME also tested, this is the daily 100 EMA at 82.65, had a nice bounce, but we are back beneath the 200 simple moving average, coming in at 87.20 on CME. So we are back beneath it. We do want to see us get back above it to maintain a bullish narrative. The weekly is also going to be closing today, and the weekly did maintain above the 21 EMA, so that's decent for now. Good to see us maintain above it, but we'll have to see how the rest of how next week plays out. All right, I see this article right here just popping up. China virus fears send oil prices even lower. Well, when the Iran conflict happened, Bitcoin price rose, gold price rose, and oil also rose with that conflict. So is Bitcoin similar to gold and oil? People are, some people are blaming the China virus on the bit of a dump that we had in Bitcoin. They're blaming it on the oil prices. And some people are saying the Bitcoin price too. I don't know about all that, guys. Maybe, but it doesn't really matter. Let's trade the charts and let the news people tell the news. Thanks for watching. This is not financial advice. If you haven't liked, hit that like, hit that bell for notifications, leave a comment, tell me anything that you would like to see in the next video. Have a great weekend. Safe trading.